Welcome back to The Learner. I am so glad you're joining us for today's exploration into the source material, because this one is, well, it completely changed how I look at everyday jobs.
Oh, absolutely. It really sneaks up on you.
Right. So usually when we think about a hazardous workplace, we picture like a construction site, hard hats, steel-toe boots, neon vests everywhere.
Yeah, lots of caution tape. The dangers are very clearly defined.
Exactly. And everyone is in uniform. Plus, if someone drops the heavy piece of equipment on a site like that, 3 people are going to hear it hit the ground.
Right, there's a built-in safety net of just having other people around.
But then you look at a job like pet sitting, and suddenly all that caution tape is just gone. You are walking into this completely uncontrolled environment. Someone's quiet suburban living room, and you're entirely alone.
Which is a huge shift in how we think about risk.
Yeah, and shockingly, the federal government has virtually zero specific safety regulations for how to handle it. So for everyone listening, whether you're, prepping for a meeting, catching up on occupational safety, or you're just insanely curious about the hidden mechanics of gig work, you're going to want to hear this.
Definitely.
We're unpacking this fascinating training document from the Field Notes for Pet Professionals Safety System. Specifically, we're looking at Module 12, which is Lone Worker Safety. The mission today is to figure out the hidden protocols that keep these solo workers safe.
Yeah, and to understand that, we first have to establish the core premise from the text, which is that pet sitters are what the industry literally calls lone workers.
Lone workers.
Right. They enter private homes alone with absolutely no on-site supervision, and the manual makes it very clear that this isn't just like a minor operational detail.
What's the whole ball game?
Exactly. It is the defining safety characteristic of the occupation.
Okay, but it's like walking a tightrope without a net.
Right.
Right. Except the tightrope is someone else's living room. The source mentions there is no federal lone worker standard. So does that mean these companies are just out there in the Wild West making it up as they go?
Well, no, not quite. OSHA handles this regulatory void through something called the General Duty Clause.
Okay, the General Duty Clause.
Right, specifically Section 501. And what that says is that it requires employers to provide a workplace free from recognized hazards.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so since lone worker risk is universally recognized as a hazard, the protocols in this specific manual aren't just, friendly suggestions. They are the actual fulfillment of that legal obligation.
Wow, okay. So because there's no physical architecture protecting them, no security guards or fire alarms, the workers' own awareness literally becomes the primary safety infrastructure.
That's exactly it. They are their own infrastructure.
It's almost less like a standard workplace and more like, deep sea diving.
Deep sea diving.
Yeah, like in an office, safety is built into the building. But when you dive alone into a client's home, you have to bring your own oxygen and your own tether. So my question is, if the worker is the only safety net, how does the outside world even know if that net breaks?
Well, that's where the virtual net comes in, the check-in system.
Okay.
The tether, right. The module mandates these strict check-ins for arrival, departure, route changes, and, any unexpected hazards.
So what happens if they miss one? Does someone just wait until the end of the day?
No, absolutely not. If a checking window is missed, management attempts immediate contact. And if there's no answer, that can escalate very quickly to calling emergency services or ordering a wellness check.
Oh, wow. So it really sounds more like a dead man's switch rather than just a boss breathing down your neck.
Yes, exactly. It's a lifeline, not a micromanager.
But let me push back on this for a second. Based on a scenario in the text, say I'm running ahead of schedule, right? I'm doing my route. I'm doing great. Skipping an arrival check-in to save 2 minutes just makes sense for efficiency. I can just log it later.
No, the manual pushes back on that really firmly. If you do that, you are actively dismantling the only safety mechanism you have.
Because the tether is cut.
Right. If you skip an arrival check-in and something goes wrong inside that home, no one knows where you are. They don't even know when to start looking for you.
Because there's no colleague down the hall to hear you yell.
Exactly. The text emphasizes that this system is not a disciplinary process, It's not administrative accountability. It is a safety escalation to protect workers who physically cannot call for help themselves.
That makes total sense. A safety system that you only use sometimes provides zero safety assurance.
Right, zero.
Yeah. Okay, so the check-in tells the outside world where the worker is. But what is the protocol when the worker actually encounters a hazard inside this, totally uncontrolled environment?
So this is where we get to the strict rule of exit first.
Exit first.
Yes. Because the home is an environment the worker didn't design, they can't fully anticipate what's in there. So immediate exit and notification are required if they encounter things like unsecured individuals.
Like strangers in the house?
Right. Or signs of forced entry, illegal substances, loose or aggressive animals that aren't in the care plan, chemical odors, accessible weapons. The strict, unbreakable rule is do not investigate.
Okay, wait, hold on. I have to play devil's advocate here based on the text.
Go for it.
These are pet sitters. If I walk up to a house and find the back door kicked open, a window screen pushed in, and like a lamp knocked over on the floor, my absolute first instinct is going to be to run in and save the dog. Isn't that the whole job?
You'd think so, right. But the manual is completely uncompromising on this. The animals matter, of course, but the worker's safety matters more.
Really? Just walk away.
Well, you exit, move to your vehicle, and call management or 911. Because here's the logic. A lone worker who gets injured or incapacitated inside a house cannot help the animals anyway.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And worse, since you didn't check in about the hazard, no one will know to look for you or the pets.
Wow. Okay, that completely flips it. The animals matter, but I literally can't help them if I become a victim myself.
Exactly. And there's this really fascinating psychological note in the text here, too.
Oh, what is it?
It talks about trusting your instincts. If a home just feels off, before you even see a weapon or smell gas, the manual frames that as valid occupational awareness, not just anxiety.
That is so validating. It's like they're saying, you're the sensor, trust the sensor.
Right. They tell you to trust that feeling and retreat.
But wait, we've been focusing so much on the moment the door opens. If I'm standing at a shattered back door, aren't I already kind of deep in the danger zone?
Yes. Which is why the text makes a really crucial pivot. The danger and the safety protocols actually start way before you even touch the doorknob.
The threat starts at the curb.
Exactly. Situational awareness begins at the parking spot. Workers are instructed to park in well-lit areas, keep valuables out of sight, and scan the first 10 feet.
The first 10 feet, like the yard.
Yeah, the yard, the fence line, visible entry points, all before they even start walking up.
It's almost like a tactical military approach. Like, scanning the perimeter isn't delaying the work. It literally is the work.
It's the most important part of the work.
Right. And there's this scenario in the source that blew my mind. Finding an unfamiliar man just sitting on the client's front steps.
Oh, yeah, that's a classic one.
Because my polite societal instinct would be to just walk up, smile, and say, "Excuse me, I'm the pet sitter." But the manual says absolutely not.
No, never. The underlying philosophy here is that personal safety always takes priority over task completion.
Personal safety over the task.
Yes, a visit that cannot be safely accessed cannot be completed. The text instructs workers to return to their vehicle immediately, do not introduce themselves, and let management contact the client to figure out who the guy is.
Because if you walk up, you give up your exit route.
Exactly. Pausing at the property edge is a recognized safety function. It guarantees you have an exit option before you've surrendered it to an unknown variable.
That is so brilliant. It really makes you think about anyone doing solitary tasks, honestly.
Oh, for sure. It applies to so many jobs.
Yeah, even if you aren't pet sitting, this completely changes how you view working alone. Whether you're a freelancer going to meet a brand new client at a coffee shop, or a realtor showing an empty home, or even just navigating a strange neighborhood by yourself at night.
Right, because your safety system is built entirely out of your own habits and awareness.
You are the net.
You are the net. And that actually leaves us with a really lingering question to mull over.
Oh, what's that?
If your personal safety infrastructure is built purely out of your own daily habits, how strong is your net right now? Yeah. In your own life, what crucial check-ins or situational assessments are you skipping just because you're running a little ahead of schedule?